Hey up everybody, welcome to Friday. Good Friday it is, Good Friday. It wasn't for Jesus, but it's part of the Easter thingy. Good Friday, it's the 18th of April today, good health. Yeah, Good Friday, Easter Saturday tomorrow, Easter Sunday obviously, Easter Monday, bizarrely on Monday. Right, so this is my second attempt at this video because I forgot to put my effects on, which makes this ukulele sound better. So what have I got to tell you? What's occurred since? The most recent thing prior to recording this video was queuing for the pooing, where I set myself in a place in the corridor, same place, same time every day, and certain people go past knowing that they're going to end up having to take me in to do my business. And I feel sorry for the lad that nearly every day he has to do it. I feel really sorry. On minimum wage and you've got to be involved in that sort of business. Anyway, that's over satisfactorily. Back in my room, going to record this song. The chicks have all hatched out. I don't know if I told you, they got some chicks in an incubator. And the first time I saw them, they were just cracked eggs. But then the next day there were a couple that came out, and then they're all out now. And quite funny to watch, because like one of them, he's the main man, and he pushes the others out the way, and they roll on the backs, in sort of, don't hurt me. They're scared of him, and he just belts him, barges his way around. Anything's pecking at something, he goes racing up and pushes them up the way and starts pecking at it, even though it's probably nothing. But anyway, they're going to get put in a pen, apparently, not penitentiary. I suppose it's the same thing. And then the residents, the inmates, can all have a little look and watch them, which will cheer them up. Quite nice to see little things. And then they go back to whoever provided them in the first place. I don't know what happens to them. I don't want to think what happens to them after that. I'm sure, unless people adopt them, do you think people might adopt them? This place could do with adopting some chickens. They could have a little chicken pen. It's something for the residents to watch and that, It doesn't take any effort, I suppose. I don't know, you have to clear out the litter or something. Maybe put a cat litter tray in there or something. You train them to poo in that. I mean, I don't know. Don't know what you do. Never kept a chicken. Thing is, you got chickens in there, and when it comes to Sunday dinner, your choice is soggy beef or chicken. And the chicken's really nice, and then you're thinking, I remember once going down to see my dad, and I passed this field and there's all these lambs in there, and then I took him out for lunch and it was on the menu, lamb, locally sourced, and you're thinking, has it come from that field? So a little bit sort of torn, but I suppose by that time they're dead, aren't they? So say a little prayer for them as you eat them, like grace, something like that. Yes, so what is me latest on escaping from here? Well, the bed parts were supposed to be delivered on Sunday, this coming Sunday, Easter Sunday. And I thought, well, that's good of them, because they're a firm that's just taken over the old firm, which must have been a bit rubbish, and they're making an effort to come out on Easter Sunday, deliver these parts I need for my house, my bed parts, my toilet parts. Anyway, a bit later on, a couple of days later, they phoned up and said, oh no, we didn't realise it was Easter, even though they probably got a big calendar booking form or something there which will say Easter on it, Easter Sunday, whatever, and they still penciled it in. And then they decided, oh no, we don't work Easter, so it's going to be another week. So that has to go another week before they deliver parts, which will be on a Friday. So a week on Friday they deliver the parts. The following Monday, the social will inquire, or maybe even turn up to find out if the parts are there and installed. If they are, they will then try and source 2 care workers 4 times a day to come and do absolutely nothing, because I can't see what they would do. If I don't know, I was a paraplegic or something like that, and I needed turning in my bed so I didn't get ulcers and stuff, needed toileting, bathing, maybe two people 4 times a day. But I can get up, I can transfer, i.e. I can do it, I can get off my bed into my chair and vice versa, and the same onto the toilet and back. It's called transferring. So I can do all that, and I can cook my own food, I can make myself drinks, I can wash myself. They've got nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do. But anyway, I have to wait until they can source 2 people that can come 4 times a day before they come day one and realise they're not actually needed because there's nothing for them to do. And they say it could be like a week before they get them, or it could be a few weeks because they're hard to find, these people. So that's more time banged up in here. It's going to be proper summer before I'm out. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Initially it was going to be a couple of weeks tops. And this is week 5. This is like when I was in before, when I had my operations on my legs and stuff like that. And they were trying to find me a bungalow that was suitable for somebody in a wheelchair. And they haven't got any bungalows suitable for wheelchairs. They're all built the same, their bungalows, and they're not suitable for wheelchairs. You can't get in the front door in a wheelchair because of the way it's designed. You can't get in and turn to go into the lounge. There's no room, so you have to use the back door. And then the insides aren't very good because they're not wide enough in some parts, and the bathroom's not wide enough. And they know that on the first one that they send you to, but then they send you to an identical one as the second one. Absolutely the same problems. So it was like, I don't know, 6 I think I went to see, all exactly the same. And one of them I nearly took, except a woman from about 4 down came up and she says, "You're not thinking of moving in there?" And I said, "Well, I am." She says, "Well, don't." She says, "The reason the bloke that was living here went is because of her next door, who's a druggie." He said, "And she'll be on you, especially being in a wheelchair." She said, "She'll be in your house, she'll be robbing all stuff off you, robbing your money. She'll make your life a hell. You know, really don't do it. It's just, I wish I could move, and I live 4 houses down." He says, "But she's an absolute nightmare. And all these other druggies come banging on doors, on her door as well, the 4 down, because they don't know which door that the druggie lives in to buy stuff." And she said it's absolute nightmare. And the grass out the back was all mattresses and rubbish and things, but I thought, oh, that can get cleared. It's a mutual sort of grass area. I thought that can get cleared. But I think this was about the 5th one that I looked at, and I thought, I'm just going to have to give in, because they were already saying, well, right, okay, we can alter the inside to make it wheelchair friendly if you want. They couldn't alter the front bit because that was a bit structural. So I nearly got it, but then if this woman hadn't come up, I would have got it. If the woman from 4 down hadn't come up, I'd have got it, but then it'd have been a nightmare sort of thing. Because I'd be out in my wheelchair, and as soon as I'd gone out, she'd run behind my wheelchair into the house, which is what she did with 4 down, even though she wasn't in a wheelchair. But she just went straight into her house as soon as she opened the door, started picking up, "Well, this is nice, well, that's a nice thing there, that's a nice thing." You know, and then she's eyeing it all up to rob. Anyway, that was, I think that was about 6 months I ended up being in care homes for that. So tried to find me somewhere, which they never did. Then I ended up going back home. Took the doors off to make the doorways wide enough for a wheelchair, and I've been okay until the bed broke and the toilet thing broke. Anyway, that's enough waffling for now. I found this, I can't remember what it's called. One Day Like This by Elbow. I heard it and I thought, oh, that's really good. And what I'll do, I've got my ukulele here, I'll go on Google and then I'll type in "One Day Like This" ukulele chords, and then there'll be 2 or 3 sites will come up with the songs, with the song, with the words, with the chords in for a ukulele. And one of the best ones is Ozboz or Jim's Ukulele. It's all the same thing. And his is the best stuff. The way it's written out is absolutely brilliant. And you can copy it and paste it, which is what I do. I sort of nick it, copy it and paste it onto a document on my computer. And you can change the key in it, because originally it was in F, key of F. That's an F. That's a B flat. I can't do B flats. You can hear that, sort of some of the strings are muted. Very difficult to do. So I changed the key to C, and it's C, an F. And then the only other chord in it is a C7 sus4. Wow. Which is quite easy. It's only like pressing those two strings on the fret there. C's easy as well, it's just one string there. F's easy, it's just that string, and then that one. No, it isn't. That one and that one. So that one and that one. Easy. Drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off a heavy one, oh yeah, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way? Using words I never say. I can only think it must be love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful. Someone tell me how I feel. It's silly, wrong, but vivid, right? Kisses like a final meal. Yeah, kiss me like we die tonight. I went wrong there. 'Cause holy cow, I love you right. And only now I see the light. Lying with you half awake and turning over what to say. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful. Oh, those curtains wide. One day like this a year should see me right. 'Cause holy cow, I love your eyes. And only now I see the light. Throw those curtains wide. One day like this a year would see me right. So throw those curtains wide. One day like this a year you'll be me right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I can only think it must be love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Well, a few little mess ups, but it's better than the one I did in the first video that I deleted. Yeah, so I've had to buy as well some more data, because when I upload what I've just recorded, if I try and use the Wi-Fi here, it's just absolutely rubbish, and it just takes days and days and days. And it gets about halfway, and then it gives up, and it says, try again. So it gets about, I think, 62%, and then it's just had enough. Loading it up to YouTube, it just won't load anymore. So my friend, she said, just try doing it on your, turn off the Wi-Fi, just do it on the data, because it's recorded on my phone. And that worked. It was, not instant, but it's quicker, a lot quicker. And but I only had a small data package because I normally use Wi-Fi at home or anywhere I go. I don't go places where I need data. But I think, I don't know, it was about 5 gig or something. It was the smallest you could get with your, I don't know, £5 a month SIM card only or whatever I've got. Oh, good health wine. This is that shed wine, Jam Shed Chardonnay, absolutely brilliant. Oh, so let's do some shout outs. Now, I'm sorry if your name doesn't come up here, but I was just trying to find things. I haven't got a pen and all. Anyway, so these are people that have talking to me recently. It's Peggy, Yinchi, Nakasiro, Ross Turner, the man who makes wine out of water, Wayne Man, the famous Wayne Man that appeared in one of my videos. Need to get him back on board playing ukulele again. I think he's kicked it into touch for the minute. Oh, my sister Pauline, she's better now. She's got a emotional support cat, a kitten. Because where she lives, they're not allowed with pets, but they're letting her have a cat. I don't know, because they have to. Because she's got emotional needs. So sometimes all this wokeness stuff can work for you, can't it? And in this case it has. She's got a cat, which is brilliant. And then a new fella that's started following me, Tree Man. I think he might be, works on trees. What do you call it? Like the chops down trees and, no, anyway, lumberjack. And then MGG Studios, he started. And then Mio Kitty, I think. It's people on YouTube and people on TikTok, and I'm sorry if I've not mentioned you. I really am, but I'm having problems sort of getting hold of me TikTok and stuff like that, and getting into where my messages are and stuff. It all seems to be going wrong, and I'm sure it's because of this Wi-Fi stuff. As I say, on the TikTok, I can't type a message. I can't type the letter M for Michael. Can't type that. So I can't say thank you very much. It's thank you very much. And you can't do thank you dash much or uch, because you can't do spaces. So I have to go thank you dot uch dot. I looked it up on that, and it said it's probably your Wi-Fi that's causing these problems. So there we are. I mean, it does. I mean, I watch films on it at night and that, and it buffers a little bit now and again, but not too annoying. I mean, once you got into it's like the adverts buffer a bit. I can't stand the adverts anyway, but once you're into the main body of it, it's not too bad, and it's free, So, but yeah, I've got 10 quid's worth of what do we call it, data that I bought this morning. And I think one of these videos takes about 2.5 gig. So I've got 4 videos, so 3 more to make. So if I make one every other day, that will take me up to the end of the week, and then I'll decide what to do. I don't know when my normal data comes in, but I'll probably end up having to buy some more data. So it was 8 quid for those 10 gigs. I have to see. But I'm thinking 8 quid. It's like 2 pints in a sort of pub where beer's fairly cheap. And so it's like my mate, he goes out pubbing. I don't go pubbing. I haven't been to the pub for well over a year. Mainly because of my chair, and it's like getting access into the pub. If you go with somebody else, they can open the doors to get in for you and stuff like that. And The nearest pub to me, it's real nice. You know, the people in there are smashing, and they've got a ramp, but you've got to wait for somebody to come out and then say, "Oh, can you get the ramp, please?" And then there'll be about 4 or 5 of them come out, and they're all setting the ramp up and that. And then you got to drive up the ramp without going over the edge and everything, which is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit disturbing. And then the doorways aren't very wide, and then there's tables all together. And the last time I went in there, I crashed into a bike that was parked. I reversed into it by mistake. I wasn't even supposed to be going backwards. Reversed into it. It was like leaning against the wall. And then I went forward, hit the door frame. And then when I went in, I hit a couple of tables whilst I was trying to turn right to sit at a table. So yeah, that puts me off. So yeah, but my mate who goes in pubs, he's paying £5, over £5 a pint, you know, just generally. I mean, he goes for decent stuff. I mean, I suppose you can go to Wetherspoons and have Carlsberg or whatever it is, which is like horrible. But there again, they do Abbott for like £2.80, and Abbott's absolutely fabulous. But in a other pub, it would be like £5.40 or something. Anyway, so I'm thinking, yes, it's £8 I've spent on, what do we call it, data. It's like 2 pints of cheapish beer, in it, which in the scheme of things isn't massive, is it? Anyway, I don't think there's anything much else I can tell you. I got brought a Kit Kat. 2 Kit Kats brought me last night. This is like the supper time. They come and say, "Do you want a cup of tea or coffee?" And then, "Would you like a biscuit?" Left me a dark chocolate one of these. I'm not a big sweet eater, but now and again I do like. And it was like a Bourneville version of Kit Kat. That was fabulous. This is just a normal sort of Milky Bar type ones. But yeah, I mean, life could be worse. It could be worse. I'd much rather be at home. I'd much rather be able to just go into the garden, just drive myself into the garden. I've got 2 electric wheelchairs at home. The one I'm trying to sell is the one that I bashed into all the furniture with. So it's still got scuff marks on it. I can't sell it. The bloke that sold it to me he's an absolute robber. He said, I said, "Can you take it in part exchange for the next one that I bought, which I can get on easily and I can drive it in more easily?" And he says, "No," he said, "I won't do that." He says, "I'll put it in the showroom though, and if people see it and they want to buy it, then I'll sell it on your behalf." So I thought, well, fair enough, that'll be okay. And I said, "But it's got a few scuff marks." He says, "Don't worry," he says, "I'll get my lads to clean it up, it'll be like new." Anyway, and he's phoning up about a year later saying, "Can you come and take this away?" He says, "It's just getting in the way." And so he delivered it back. He hasn't cleaned any scuff marks off it at all, so it looks a wreck. And we were trying to sell it. And I says, "What will you take for it?" And he says, £500. I paid £8,500 for this. And the robbing bloke he says, "Well, this is a £12,000 spec because it's got a leather seat. Not leather seats plural, there's only one, and it's made of leather." But anyway, I still paid £8,500 for it, and he's going to give me £500 for it. And it's hardly been used, there's no mileage on it. It's like new apart from the scuff marks, which can be cleaned up by somebody who knows how to clean up scuff marks. I think I might get a vehicle restorer, valeter, mobile valeter. I might get one of them people to come round and just clean it up. It's just like mud guards and things like that. It's not a lot of stuff, but they'd show you back to black on it or something or other, I don't know. But make it look a bit nicer. So it's on eBay now. I think it's on for about 3.5, 2.5 or 3.5, I can't remember. But yeah, if you want a wheelchair, it's 8 miles an hour, so it's like a fast one. It's scary though when you're sitting in a chair. Imagine sitting in a wheelchair. You've got no handlebars, nothing to hold on to except for the armrest and this little toggle thing, which is like on a PlayStation thing, which controls your speed and your forwards and your back and whatever. So you're like hurtling along. 8 miles an hour is like twice the speed of somebody jogging. and you're bashing into all the bumps in the road, so you're being shaken all over the place. Despite all the suspension and everything, it still throws you about. And then if you have to, somebody pulls in front of you, steps in front of you, whatever, you let go of the control, it stops instantly, which throws you forward. So if you haven't got a seatbelt on, you're out the chair, you're on the floor. So yeah, 8 miles an hour is scary. The new one I've got is only 4 miles an hour, and that, to me, is actually ample. I'm too old. If it had a steering wheel, I would want it to go 90. You know what I mean? Because I've got something to hold on to. It'd be good fun with the steering wheel, but it hasn't. It's got nothing in front of you. But there we are. So, yeah, so that's me. Well, sold some amplifiers, guitar amplifiers. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Because I've just kept buying loads of stuff, amplifiers and guitars, and I don't even play the guitar, do you know what I mean? So they look nice, so I thought, oh yeah, that looks nice, I'll have one of them. So I'm getting rid of stuff, getting rid of clutter, trying to. Yeah, I'm not sure what's on eBay at the minute. Well, this electric chair, that's on eBay. Yeah, anyway, if something else comes up, I'll let you know. You might be interested, you never know. Right, so, I don't know what time it is in midday here. It's 15:55 it says, which is 5 to 4, isn't it? So, this is me, and thank you very much for watching. And I'm sorry if I didn't call your name out and everything. I've just got written down some here that just sprang up in my mind. And I know there's lots more of you, regular commentators, and you know, send me nice stuff and everything, likes and shares and whatever. And I'm sorry if I've not mentioned you, but I do appreciate hearing from you, especially being banged up in here. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, it shows me there's a world outside. I mentioned Ross Turner, didn't I? The man that makes wine out of water. He's worth looking up. Turner Films, look up Turner Films and the stuff. He made booze out of Haribo sweets. He made booze out of a Big Mac. Honestly, it's unbelievable and really funny, really entertaining. Anyway, that's enough of that. So I love you and leave you. I might see you tomorrow. It depends whether I make one tomorrow or one. What's tomorrow? Easter Saturday. I think Claire's coming tomorrow, so I might be busy tomorrow. Don't think she's coming Sunday, so I might make one Sunday, Easter Sunday. All right, and anyway, I hope you have a fantastic time wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Love you and leave you. I think the tea trolley's on its way. See you later. Bye.